Hi everyone, this is Marlene from Art by Marlene, and I'm really happy to introduce the 2025 April release to you. So we're going to start with the rubber stamps that we have in the collection. I'm going to take you step for step and show you all the different things, and at the end I'm going to show you the samples. So the first one we have is Mandala Crush. This is stamp 818, so ABM 25, which is 2025 stamp, and then 818, and that's that beautiful mandala crush that we have. And then we have ornamental trio, which is 819. Close that one up, and you can see those gorgeous elements that you can use in loads of different ways, and the nice stable cling at the back. And that is the cling stamps in the new collection. I love the stamps in my new collection, so I'm going to go on and show you the next ones that I have, which is my clear stamps. Just going to grab them to the side, and I'm going to first show you this one. This is Sunshine Baby. So I was thinking this time about up in the air, in the sky, something along those lines, with a few mandalas and few elements that is something out of the sky. And Sunshine Baby was the start of them all, and it started with this little one that I actually drew for a collection 2 years ago, which I never added to the collection. And some of these elements, like the sun, I actually painted on my fridge when I was still a student in South Africa. So there's things that are coming a long way. So this is turn towards the sunshine, and the shadows will fall behind you, or bring your own joy wherever you go. You get those little birdies, you get that. I'm going to show you how this one, you can do this like a fireworks or a flare. And there is the stamps at the back. This is Sunshine Baby, stamp 817. And there you can see that first stamp set. So putting that one to the side, I'm going to go on, and we're still in the sky. So this one is called Sweet Dreams, stamp 816. And of course, that hot air balloon, a little moon going to bed, the lanterns that you see there, the stars, and all the different elements in there. So there you can see how you can actually work with those. So that is the stamp 816. Going on and staying in the sky, and a bit lower then, is a bird mansion. So this is stamp 815, and you receive those two little birds, the little bird feeder platform where you can, or bird house platform where you can put these. You can actually stamp this and cut out a little bird house separately to add to those as well if you want to. You can put this one at the top of there. You can hang this from a tree branch, or from there. You can combine this set with this by hanging the lanterns from the tree, or putting those falling from the sky or hanging from your clouds. So that is very nice in combination with one another. And there you can see all the nice fine line work with my signature style. And very playful, fun set to use, a bird's mansion. So I'm actually very proud of the stamps this time around. I think they go really well with one another. And then we have this one, the clear stamp, lovely textures. So we've got a texture stamp, but not like we used to, that it's a cling. This one is a clear, and it's stamp 814. And you can see those little elements there. And I think this is going to be a real winner. And lots of you are going to want to use these in your backgrounds, because they are just fabulous to combine with this. So these are the clear stamps that we have in the collection, and those added cling stamps. So that's all the stamps in one go. Then I'm going to go over to something that we use a lot with stamps, and that is our quotes. So this time no sticker book and no other luxury paper elements, but actually just the Quotelicious Luxury Paper Elements PE21. So what's in there? There's actually 54 different quotes, 108 elements in total. They all come in black and in white. So from the 54, you all receive a double. So black and white, that makes the 108. And this is my leftovers, but I'll just show you how I keep mine. I just put them like a little box like that, because it makes it easy for me to search for little quotes that I want. Of course, you have some of the quotes on the back so you can see what it is in there. So you've got different shaped ones as well, so not just long ones, but you've got round ones, and you can put a little hole in there and use it as a little tag hanging down. But the reason why we did these is because a lot of people wanted a stiffer quote that they can actually put on, what do you call it, double-sided padded tape. And a lot of people now actually stick the sticky quotes on a piece of cardboard, and then they have to use them. And these are just a really high quality smooth paper that you have with all the rest of the luxury paper elements in there. So that is these for you. Then something brand spanking new, and that is this one. This is the cut and paste block, ABM 25 DPP 309. It is a mixed media art journaling collage book with more than 300 elements in it. And I'm going to take you through these unique elements. There's 30 unique designs, different pages in there. So you will see, you receive all of them. All of these you will receive twice. So 60 sheets in total. And these are some scanned in from our journals of mine, different elements from older journals, stamps that we never brought out as elements that we've added to this one, and different sizes, gel prints. We've got a combination of all different things in there. So I'm going to try and skip the second one so you can only see everything once. This is actually from a canvas of mine. So there is more from a journal. This is from stamps and journals and combination of the two. Some watercolor with collage. Also, these are from journals, actually from mine. This as well. Actually, I taught this lesson. But of course, this is in much larger sizes as well. I've got a page that I created with this one, so I will show you later on. Or I've created pages with quite a lot of them, so you will see them back in my journal in just a while when I show you those. Let me see if I can just grab that page. These are different, so you can cut out. This is not pre-perforated like my die cut books or my paper element books. These are for you to cut yourself. It is paper. It's not the same as my collage paper. It's thicker, but it's not as thick as my paper pads. So it's an in-between one in there. And you will also see it is written here, 100 GSM paper, whereas my paper pads are 170, I believe, and the other ones are 70. So it's really in between the two. So this is from older stamped journals of mine. They've got this one, so you can use a whole page or different elements, of course. This little dreamy scene. The loose elements if you want to create your own little dreamy scene. This is from my Frida stamp that I created, that with a long dress, and I just wanted her to be bigger, so you have a larger element to use. So it's not the same size as your stamped image. there's lovely birds, some flowers, more floral with some of that text that I did as an overlay on the background from my French books that I had. And this one is the last one. So that is, I think, going to be a winner. And it's the cut and paste block ABM 25 DPP 309. How exciting is that? A brand new item. So next is the stencils. So the first one we have is this amazing little one called Floral Mandala. I love the mandalas to use as a base and to work from there. Stencil a bit through it, then add with your markers and your paints and everything. And then you can go in so many different ways with these mandalas. That is what I really like about them. And on the back, of course, you will see the mandala in the reverse, and you can see how you can, in which company it is keeping. So that is the stencils in the same collection. Oh, sorry, and this one is mask 333. Next one is, oh, I'm so in love with this one. I took quite a while to create this one before I was happy with it. And I will show you a sample that I've used in this one. This is actually the Curious Castle Mask 332. And on the back you can see the reverse. And that is how you're going to actually use your stencil. And there we have mask 331, Starry Night, because we've got the theme that we have in the sky. So you can use the mandala with that. You can use that castle with the sun or moon on the top of there. But of course you can also add the little stars at the top. And you can see how we have that. And of course a more neutral hexagon style mask with a little border at the bottom. This one is mask 330, yeah, hexagon style. And you can see it on the back there too. So that is the very exciting stencils that we have in the collection. Of course, I'm going to show you the samples too. Then we have this one. This is a brand new art journal, and we're staying in the larger art journals at the moment. We're staying in the A4 size. Working large is quite a thing at the moment. So I'm either working really large, or I'm working like I did with the previous collection on the more card sizes, the smaller sizes. And with this one, you can actually tear this off at the end. So if you bought your journal, you can just tear this piece off, because this is just the information sleeve that we have on there separately. It's journal 19, and the journal size is 214 by 301 millimeter, and the paper size is 210 by 297 millimeters. So it's an acid-free A4 size journal with my smooth mixed media paper that I have in my other journals. And it's acid-free, of course. And yeah, that's it. So you've got lots and lots and lots and lots of paper in there. So you can go in quite some time. It's 30 sheets of paper. So it's a quite thick journal. And then I'm going to show you the very last, I'm going to just grab one. The white craft sheet. This is, I think, this is the best item that I have in this collection. You all know that I've been using a white craft sheet for a very long time. But of course, although I've been using it for a long time, where I used to be able to buy it, I couldn't find it anymore. And mine was really old. You can see mine is really old at the moment. And I always stick mine on like a pastel board or smooth watercolor board that I buy at a hobby shop or art shop. And I just put my craft sheet on a piece of cardboard, and I stick down with a piece of masking tape. And this is the one that you usually see me videoing with. So I stick the craft tape or the craft tape, the duct tape all around there, and you've got your craft sheet. You can remove anything that's heat resistant, it's wipeable, you can use anything on there. It's just a perfect underground. So mine is larger than this actually, and I'll just open it for you to see. So this is the non-stick white craft sheet. I'm going to just open it at the top. So what I like to do, just get it out here because I've got a little nibble there. So what you have there, I'm going to put this to the side. So let's remove that. And you can see this is for you to put over on your underground. And this one is really large. It's larger than the other ones. You can see it's a 60 by 40 centimeter craft sheet. So the board that I have under there is usually a 40 by 50 centimeter board, which you buy at an art shop. So you always have a little piece to spare. And what I always do, I just cut it off because this is non-tear, so you can just cut through it. It's very durable, reusable, heat resistant, multi-purple, wipe clean, every resistant anything. So it's just perfect. So what I do, I just use a white underground, and I put a white underground under there. You can see mine is nice and white. This is a bit more grayish because I've got grey board under there. Because it's a semi-translucent, you will see through it. And I just put it on that piece of grey board or cardboard, and I add duct tape to the back, and I use this as a small palette. You see me in all my videos when I film and when I show you or teach you, you see me using these small palettes, and that's what I do with these two. So this is the white reusable craft sheet. So run for it, guys, because this is just, I think, the best thing since sliced cheese. Definitely. I'm going to just roll it up and put it back into its sleeve. A lot of people like to just take it with like that, and you can of course just use it as is, but I prefer to actually put it on a smooth board, and that to me works really well and fun. So let's take you through my art journal so you can see what my art journal is all about. So it starts at the beginning, and I've got there unleash your creativity. I use a bit of watercolors and my markers, of course. To add that, once again, my watercolors. I used a stamp from my previous collection, the background stamp gibberish at the back, and of course those lovely cling stamps that I showed you. And those are in there. So these you can see how I've worked in there. These lovely flowers, and that is all from my collage book, of course. This is that stencil that I showed you. And let's grab that stencil so you can see it. That is the Curious Castle stencil, and you can see I use it in the flip version, so you can flip it around. So this will be on that side, and my trees is on the other side. So you just flip it over, and of course you've got in the sky, you will see those lovely stars at the top. These are from that little Quotalicious, and this is all from the collage books. So let's grab the collage book so I can show you how I've done it and how I've used it. So let's see if I can find it quickly. Yeah, there you have it. So this is the page. So what I've done, I've actually just cut it out and stuck it in there. This one, same, collage it in there. And this, and all the separate little things, and then I just created a different background and add it all together. Then I've got this one also. Once again, I've used a background and I've used my flowers from there, and I've just cut it out, and from that yellow, let's see, I've cut out a shape of a flower pot using a stencil from the previous collection as a sample. Whoops, I've got my books falling off here on the side. And here you can see that I've just used stamps from my previous collection. This is from the collage book. This is all from the collage book. This is the new stencil, the hexagon one, and the stars. These are all from that collection. So you can see I just cut into my page, cut this shape out. I traced it around there. I've moved it over, traced it around there, and just stenciled around it. This is a class that I'm actually teaching for hillbilly scrapping. Then this is also from the collage book, paper element book, and this is that mandala, flower mandala stencil. And that is what I said to you, is that it's just nice to have. I've got everything falling next to me here. You can see how I used it in the background and how everything just works really great. Now here you can see the combination of all those Starry Night and all those different stamp sets that I have in the collection. Let's grab it. So in the background of first, you can see all of those textures that I've added to the background. So you can see that texture there, and you can see this one over there. You can see this over there. So I've added all those textures in the background. And then, of course, I've added the clouds from this one, the little birds I've added in here. And the little bird, oh, that's from another one. The bird cage is from another one. So I've drawn in a couple of frames, and then I've added the stamps over here. You can see that one. And this one. You can see this, it's over there, this one. So I always say this is my smiley one, this is my sad one, and this is my neutral face. So this, you can see the colored versions of those in there. So I think that's going to make for a lot of playtime. I've used the different houses from the collage sheet. I've added stars at the back. And this one I've used that bird houses. I've used the lanterns at the top. I've used the background stamp. Of course, I've added the quotelicious to there as well. And here you've got the starbursts. You've got the blah, blah, blah with the little moon face and the hanging stars. Here you can see, let me show you this one. I've just used this one as a repeat, and I've constantly repeated that through there. And in between, I just added some of the other stars in there. Let me see which ones did I add. I added this star in between. And I think I've added this little one in a couple of places. So you just added a couple of things, and then just add your little quote to there in your stamp. This is also from the collage page. Of course, I've used a braille in the background, and I've did some soft ghost stenciling on top of there. That is that floral mandala. So you can see it looks totally different than the other page. And here you can see that quote. I just want to see something in the beginning. Oh, I wanted to show you this one. That is the starburst, or the firework stamp. Just use different color stamps in there, and this is the border all around, and of course the star stencil. This is just collaged on. This is also the collage book, taken it out, created a new background at the beginning. I don't know if this is finished or what I will add to it yet. Got no idea. This is all from the collage books. Just added a brand new stencil or background, added those star stamps with white stamping ink in the beginning. This is the quote. This quote is from the collage book, and I just painted it with the colors that was on there. I tore it on the sides and added that, and then I created this with markers and with paints. This is just a design that I created, a pattern design for my new collection coming up. And this is from my previous collection, actually. The January collection, you had all those different colored papers. So I just tear a slipper of all these different papers off, and I stuck them down with my gel medium, and I collaged on top of that from my new collage book, and that gives you that gorgeous effect. And that's it. That's everything that I have for you this time. Thank you for joining me, and I really do hope you're going to enjoy all these different elements that I have to offer to you, and enjoy the rides and all the different products, and tell me what you love, and share with me what you want and want to enjoy. So yeah, thank you very much. Bye bye.